Good day, good day, good day, my good loving humans. Sending data. That's what the screen says. Sending data. Good day. Here we are. Sort of ready to be completely present. Almost there with all the channels. Ready to keep the main thing the main thing. Travelers up the street called trust, headed to the ultimate destination that is the Tower of Power, that is the understanding of self. Here we are, ready to climb in to our super suits, ready to make the proactive choice of planting our feet in front of us and saying that freedom is at our feet, that we can be free from the past and unafraid of the future because we are practiced at being present. Here we are. Here we are, ready to flex our willpower muscle as we engage in this beautiful habit together, man. With our minds separate, yet one, let us set the container. At some point along the way, we learn, or maybe we don't exactly learn it, we sort of come to understand that a habit consists of a cue, a routine, and a reward. The loop of a habit does not change, though. Often the reward, which almost always has some sort of emotional fulfillment, is the same. So that's what we're after. We're after that emotional fulfillment. Hence, cue, stress situation, could lead to the routine, smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day, which leads to the reward of feeling less stress. And that this loop could be changed to say cue, stressful situation, leads to routine, going for a long run, leads to reward, being less stressed. Simple, yes? Yesterday I got to thinking about this again because for about an hour or so on my keyboard during a long meeting, I was using my thumb and my index finger to toggle between the Windows key and the Tab key. Why? Pray tell, why? Well, for Windows users, we're all probably familiar with the Alt-Tab feature, yes? Oh, when you press Alt and then Tab, it allows you to float on between all of the windows that you have open, so that you can quickly transition between the window that you're using and a window that you want to get to without the use of your mouse. So cool, right, man? So cool. This has been going on for ages, yo. A newer feature, however, is the Windows button and then Tab. Now this feature, it brings up all the windows that you have open at the same time in perfect little squares on your screen. And then, with the click of a mouse, you can go right to that window of your choice. Instead of having to Alt-Tab, 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 Alt-Tab until you arrive at the window, you get to Windows-Tab, see the windows, click the one you want. Come on, man. Efficiency, 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 anyone? Okay. Now, that's a lot of explaining to get to the point. Indeed it is. Though, maybe I gave you a little tutorial, little Windows users out there. The point of the matter is this. I have been having to Alt-Tab through over a dozen windows for a month or so now, even though I know or knew that the Windows Tab feature existed. Indeed. And I kept hitting Alt-Tab and thinking that the Windows Alt feature would pop up. How frustrating. Why is this happening? Indeed, it is happening because I have been conditioned. I have been so conditioned to Alt-Tab that changing to Windows Tab is a challenge. And Alt-Tab, knowing that it is an absolute waste of time because I could Windows Tab, essentially then becomes a frustration. How is this happening to me? Somebody who knows how to Alt-Tab. What function is the right function? The Windows tab one is the one to go with, indeed, right? It will get it done more quickly. The only problem is that my fingers and my mind are all set to Alt-Tab. So now this is more than just the power of cue or routine or reward. The power of habit, right, is so often ixnayed by the power of our conditioning. That is the point of today. That is maybe the point of your pesky morning alarm. Snooze, snooze, snooze. Get what I'm saying? Can we disarm ourselves? Why, yes, we can. And how do we get there from here? We get there by going within, my good humans, into our best selves, with beginner's minds, with patience, with faith, and with devotion. Let us freeze the frame. Let us go within. Let us get there today. Become who we were meant to be now. This meditation, it will help you reset. It seeks to connect to the universe that is you. It seeks to boldly go where no one has gone before, deeper and deeper still into the epicenter of your circle. Indeed, a focused mind is a concentrated mind. And a concentrated mind is a satisfied mind, so say we all. I know that I want to believe. So let us together begin to transition and breathe. These are going to be diaphragm breaths that we fill the diaphragm with air like an accordion, bringing the air up through the chest and up into the head. Like Wim Hof says, fully in and fully out. At the top, a light pause, a free fall down. No need to expel the air. We're not trying to hyperventilate here. And this might make you a little lightheaded or a little nauseous, and that's okay. You will be okay. Some pins and needles even. That's okay. If you're seated, your feet are to the floor and your palms are in your lap. If you're lying down, each limb should be touching a surface. If you are in the lotus position, I dare say you know what to do. If you're standing like me, a little Tai Chi. Legs shoulder width apart so you don't tip over as you begin to go into the body and you begin to lose some of your senses. So now, completely aware with all of the senses as you have them, if you have and what you have of senses, all that you can absorb with all that you are. Let us begin together to breathe. In through the nose and out through the mouth, or in through the nose and out through the nose is what I would do if I wasn't talking. Just saying. Here we go, breathing deep. And release. 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 Breathing deep. On 3, release. Breathing deep. 2, release. Breathing deep. 1 final time. Breathing deep. And release. This time allowing that breath to fold into your physiology. Taking your attention from it and on to your body. Allowing your lids to flutter closed at your own pace. floating down to your lower limbs as you have and if you have and what you have. Feet, ankles, toes, fascia of the soles, calves and knees and joints and long hamstrings and weighty quads and thick glutes, all together, squeeze down, drawing in, creating tension, focused attention. And when you have it, noticing that as you take hold of one compartment, you lose focus of another, bringing them all in together. And as you have it, let go. Letting the lower body fall away, finding your root, finding the base of the spine, the sacral and solar plexus, finding the line of the chakra, the heart center. As you have and if you have and what you have, the rib cage and ribs, the stomach and brain belly, the miles of digestive tract, all together, drawing it in, taking hold your root, squeezing down the abdomen, tight the pectoral, wind the torso. And when you have it, focused attention, as you have it, loose and let go. Finding the upper back, shoulders and neck, as you have and if you have and what you have, bicep and tricep, forearm and wrist and palm and digits, all together, squeeze down, draw in, creating attention, focused attention. And when you have it, all together, loose and let go. Finding now the head, as you have and if you have and what you have, eyes and sockets, ears and lobes, teeth and tongue and gums and throat, skin of the cheeks, sinus, follicles of hair and crown, squeeze down, draw in, creating tension. And when you have it, overriding tension, all together, let go. Letting go of the outer body, letting go of the outer shell, the membrane, letting go to the inner body and the inner glow, letting go of each thought bubble, of each distraction, release without attachment, letting go to the vibration of the tone, the reverberation of voice, letting go to the center of your circle, letting go, feeling this moment of self-awareness, feeling the expanse of your circle of influence, allowing consciousness to rise in you, the crystal clear you coming into focus, as you choose with your free will to use your imagination to be the creator of an image, to be the artist of you. The artist uses an instrument, be it pen, brush, chisel, guitar, drum, voice, choose the instrument for now. And on this vast canvas of your self-awareness, in the center of your circle, with long, smooth strokes, strums, or hums, create the image of a window. Let the colors come. Let the tones tell you. This window, which will frame your resetting, as you flow, you connect to the connection that is flowing inside of you, to the electric surging free, to the cosmic you, to the universe that is you. You create this image. You set this scene. Allow the scene to float now in the expanse of your sphere of influence. Let go of your instrument. Let go of your imagination. Let go of your free will. And in consciousness, be. If you have been here before, be for the first time. In the complexity is simplicity. See yourself looking out through that window, through that frame, into all that is you, into all that is, to reset. With the hand of your mind's eye, the hand of your inner body, glowing from the sunshine that is beaming from your pocket, hold the scene, taking it into your hand. Smooth it into a ball that will exist as a universe inside of you. Holding this ball out in front of you now, peer one more time into the scene and see the image of your window pane for reframing. Release the ball and allow it to drop and splash into the center of your circle. And as it splashes down, feel that ripple. And as the ripple pushes forth, let go of all that you do not know. Let go of all that you may not understand. Let go of all that you cannot control, because that is okay. And as you feel your circle pulsing, feel it expanding from your acceptance. And an affirmation, and out loud if you can now say, I will use my self-awareness to focus on what I can control. I will use my free will to focus on what I can control. I will use my imagination to focus on what I can control. I will use consciousness to focus on what I can control. I am the programmer, and this is my program. In between the stimulus and the response is where we stand, in the center of our circles, where we have the power and the freedom to choose those responses. So say we are. And now, begin to call your attention back to a light breath, and with a breath light, allow the world back onto the outer body, the outer shell, the membrane, onto the head and neck and shoulders. Calling your attention to a light breath and a breath light. Allowing the world back onto the outer body, onto the heart center, with a light breath and a breath light. Allow the world back onto the outer body. Take hold of your root. Call your attention to your upper and lower limbs as you have, and if you have, and what you have, to your stomach, to your brain belly, and at your own pace, begin to flutter open your lids, taking the world in with all of your senses as you have, what you have, if you have, what you can control. Welcome back. Welcome back to the place that you never left. Welcome back. Welcome back. My good humans, we are not broken. My good humans, this is where the decentralized revolution is happening. My good humans, this is where we are coming to observe ourselves without evaluating our being. This is where we can indeed reach a higher state of consciousness so that we can be beyond all that the rest is telling us that we should be, telling us that we must be, telling us that we have to be in order to fit in order to be for some form of fitting in, of being with. Be with yourself first, my good humans, not from the perspective of the individual, rather from the perspective of the whole that is consciousness. My good humans, I love you individually and as a group. If you have that cold water, do drink it down. Do spend the time writing down how will you use the image of that window to reframe. How will you look out through that window and see what it is that is going on? See yourself being dragged down that deep dark alley, into that deep dark water, as your ego does its work upon you. How can you look out through that window and see those difficult conversations that you're having every single day with a new way of thinking? How will you use this moment to be more mindful later on today when the world is bearing down upon you? Write it all down, my good humans. Write it all down. The song today is the Jay Giles Band, Freeze Frame. How do you stutter saying freeze frame? I wonder. Anyway, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Stay safe. If you need me, reach me All you gotta do is call, and I will do my best to be there. And please know that right now, me and my team, we are trying to help like 15,000 kids. I am mad busy right now, and I will still do my best to be there for you. Peace and love, my good humans. Peace and love. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Freeze frame.